got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating in the backfield and making something happen.
He'll take it himself. Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got his man. Still running at the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking downfield, it's Bush. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense. That's reeled in. It's Pettis. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Give to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Bush. Right on target this time. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Wide out trying to get it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Canty. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. And it was a completion, but they...
Is being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32.
Offense will take over. 1st and
10. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this?
game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Canty. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback.
TCU Frogs will take over. 1st and 10. On the double.
Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hart. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to fire. Flips it out in the flat. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load. Chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal. You can't. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he'll be brought down.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside. Take advantage of it to make big plays.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. The quick out. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
To the air, it's Bush. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Breaks into the open. He'll work his way down to the 28.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll run it from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The Red Raiders are on the move. Looking for a man, it's Bush. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Canty. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Can I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The give out of the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Brought down at the 33-yard line.
That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
7, TCU 0.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the shotgun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw, it's Bush. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He'll keep it himself. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off bounds. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Throwing right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
To the air on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
At the 20-yard line. Second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Broadway quarterback keeps it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over UTEP. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry?
During the week, you always practice these trick plays, and as a player, you're like, when are we going to break it out? When are we going to call it? They break out the flea flicker, and it breaks out to success.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
It'll be third and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Back to pass, it's Bush. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. And the Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Off play action on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. With the run on 1st and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Canty. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The inside handoff. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
TCU 3.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
1st and 10.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Bush. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. It's a fumble. And the ball goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense has a nice lead here in the second half, but if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to hold on to the football, and they are very lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick completion on the out. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're
there he goes! And they will score! Touchdown, Red Raiders! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
First and 10.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Second down, he'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pucks it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down?
Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but he tried the sneak attack, and it did not work.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bush. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good game.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Working that left side now. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the pummeling has started. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
TCU 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Canty. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
1st and 10.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. He'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Swings it out to the flat. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber in the Giants, Frank Gore in the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense, even though they knew sometimes they were the 3rd or 4th.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the ground, it's Young. Runs through the tackle.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Motion from the back. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for them.
He's loose on the right. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got his man downfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Looking deep down the right side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Takes the handoff. It's Young. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the play.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Under fire. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Picks up 3. Second down coming up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop. Sometimes you're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got him. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Let's go. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go right back to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a